Good morning. We are now in the final run for this new StarSem launch with a Soyuz Fregat launched from Baikonur to loft 6 Globalstar-2 satellites into their orbit. As you know, this is the 10th time that Arianespace and StarSem are going to launch Globalstar satellites since we began in 1999, 12 years ago, for the launch of 24 satellites of the first generation. And a few years later, we launched as well 8 other satellites for replacement. And last year, we started the deployment of the second generation with the launch of 6 Globalstar-2 satellites with a Soyuz Fregat. It was last October. So we have been very busy these last weeks to prepare this launch because we are going to launch this year in 2011 a total of 18 Globalstar-2 satellites. After the launch of tonight, we still have 2 other launches of Soyuz Fregat to complete the deployment of the second generation constellation of Globalstar. And now we have this launch, Soyuz Fregat Globalstar-2.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning or good evening, depending on where you are to watch this launch, the 23rd StarSem launch with Globalstar-2 to be operated this morning in Baikonur. I'm Jérôme Rive. I was supposed to comment this launch, but due to a failure of the broadcast hardware in Baikonur, I'm unable to get the images here in Paris where I'm located. So I apologize on behalf of Arianespace and StarSem for this technical difficulty. I will only comment the video footages which have been shot prior to the launch, and also I will report the various steps of the mission which are given from the Fregat Monitoring and Control Center located in Moscow. So this mission tonight is a mission for 6 Globalstar-2 second generation satellites manufactured by Thales Alenia Space located in Cannes, France. The launch vehicle is the Soyuz-2-1A with a digital control system and a large ST fairing. Each satellite weighs 653 kg for a total mass to orbit of 4.5 tons. The targeted orbit is in inclined orbit at 52 degrees, and the launch time is set at 2 hours 58 minutes 57 seconds universal time. So again, sorry for the absence of images from Baikonur, which is due to a technical difficulty in the broadcast hardware on site. Let's now see some images of Globalstar-2 launch campaign. The satellites were brought to the airport named Lyubilyany, close to the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, on board an Antonov 124 aircraft. All the satellites were then prepared first in the payload processing facility, basically performing a certain number of verifications and finalizing the multi-layer installations on the satellites. All satellites were then transferred to the hazardous processing facilities in order to be filled with propellants and then mated on the dispensers. 4 satellites are mated on the lower part of the dispenser, 2 satellites are mated on the top part of the dispenser, each part being mated to each other, before being transferred in a dedicated container to the upper composite integration facility. In this facility, the upper composite is integrated. First, the stack consisting of the 6 satellites and the dispenser is mated on the Fregat upper stage, which has been prepared before that in Site 31 and then brought to the UCIF. Then the full assembly, which is called also the nose block, is tilted to the horizontal prior to encapsulation into the ST fairing, which is the big white body on the screen. This encapsulation is performed step by step with close monitoring, and then once completed, the upper composite is put onto a train in order to be transferred from Site 112, where is located the payload preparation complex, to Site 31, where is located the launch vehicle assembly hall. The transfer is performed under close environment control and monitoring, and it lasts for about 5 to 6 hours to cover the 35 kilometers in between the 2 sites. Then the upper composite is mated to the 3rd stage, and then this assembly is mated to the packet consisting of the 1st and 2nd stages, basically the 4 strap-on boosters and the core stage. Then the launch vehicle is fully integrated and ready to be transferred to the launch pad. For those joining the video transmission now, all our apologies due to the fact that technical issue on the broadcast hardware in Baikonur prevented us from getting images of the launch tonight.
May 20th, Arianespace successfully delivered 2 new telecom satellites, ST2 for Taiwan and Singapore and GSAT-8 for India. The mission, the 3rd of the year, was the 44th straight success for the European launcher.
In June, Arianespace participated in the SATCOM Africa trade show. The company helps develop telecoms for the continent, recently by launching RASCOM CAF-1R and NILSAT last year, and Intelsat New Dawn in April.
Arianespace, ESA and the European Commission have announced that the first 2 satellites in Europe's Galileo GPS program will be launched by the first Soyuz mission from French Guiana on October 20th.
The 2011 Icarus Prize, honoring a personality in the space sector, was awarded to Jean-Yves Le Gall. Mr. Le Gall received the prize for his industrial and commercial success.
Arianespace confirmed its leadership of the global satellite market at the 49th Paris Air Show at the Bourget Airport last week, and highlighted its family of launchers during official visits by both the French and Russian prime ministers and other political leaders from France and Europe. Since its founding in 1980, Arianespace has signed over 300 launch contracts and orbited nearly 300 satellites.
Also at the Paris Air Show, Arianespace signed to launch Astra 5B for SES. The 5.8-ton satellite will be delivered by an Ariane 5 in mid-2013.
So far, the countdown in Baikonur is going as planned, no issue, and the launch is still scheduled for 2:58:57 Universal Time. The video of the launch should be available tomorrow, despite the difficulty we had today. So hopefully you will be able to witness this launch by tomorrow on the website in the video corner, www.arianespace.com. And now let's have a look at the last step of the launch vehicle preparation prior to operations on the launch pad. The three-stage vehicle and the upper composite, the fully integrated launch vehicle, was rolled out from the MIC, which is the launch vehicle assembly hall, at 7:30 as usual, 7:30 a.m. local time. It was rolled out on a train, and transfer takes about 30 minutes to go from the MIC to the launch pad. After that, the launch vehicle was erected from horizontal to vertical, moved onto the launch pad, and then the access platforms were brought close to the launch vehicle in order to perform all required operations. The gray cover you can see on top of the upper composite is a thermal protection to protect the satellite and Fregat from the heat in summertime and the cold in wintertime. So far, all information coming from Baikonur are okay. The countdown is proceeding nominally. The pressurization of the tanks is ongoing. The umbilical connectors, enabling to control and monitor the satellites and fregates, has been dropped off. Fregat and the satellites are now communicating with their ground support equipment through the last instant connections going through the three-stage vehicle. All systems are now powered by board hardware, meaning that everything has been switched from on-ground power supply to on-board power supply. The order to launch has been given. the sequence was stopped. So it seems that the launch is going to be postponed by a day. You will get some information about the abort on the website, probably in a few minutes, and at the latest tomorrow. But the launch is aborted for tonight. There is a minimum 1 day delay since the sequence was aborted prior to the engine ignition. So I'm going to tell you goodbye. I apologize again for first the problem of broadcasting due to a failure of some hardware located in Baikonur, and second for the abort tonight. And hopefully this launch will be performed tomorrow successfully. Thank you for witnessing this video transmission, and see you soon. Bye.